we have a little bit more to examine. I regret to say that I've scraped my foot a little bit. It's itchy. I regret to say that it's not going to be as creepy as that in the traditional sense. It's more of an existential dread sort of thing. Maybe I can figure out a couple other things to look at too while we're up here. But anyway, we're going to the theater. Several things worth noting on our trip to our final destination, the theater, are the following. This is, once again, the building we'll be exploring around Halloween, hopefully. And you'll notice that there's just sort of, right dead center of your screen, I can't zoom in any farther right now, there's a pair of doors on the wall that, if one were to come out of said doors, one would find themselves dropping a good 30 feet to their death, upon which their legs would both be broken. Also, they'd probably die. Other bizarre things, we're going to go this way, include the fact that over the hollow, back yonder, there tends to be, at some points during the fall, a swarm of crows. And they like to circle. You know, they like to circle in a big whirlwind of flapping, crowing crows. And there's usually at least 50 of them. And you bet your ass that at the first opportunity of seeing those, I'm going to film it and y'all will get to see it. Because it's really just warms my heart to see so many carrion fowl living in the same place together, just trying to get along and creep the fuck out of everyone in a 2-mile radius. Warms my very soul to think of it. Theater will be the final stop, most likely, because it's kind of out of the way from here. We've got a little bit of stuff to examine back yonder first. It's orange nets set up around a section of woods. Cool. Not disconcerting in the slightest. It appears as though maybe they have actually cleaned out these houses and are housing people in them now, in which case they're going to be infinitely less creepy. Sorry. Okay, that was the house in question, and yeah, they got it cleaned out and they're housing people in it now. The fun thing about that house was this. Used to be the theater department storage because we don't have any space. Here's what it used to look like. Imagine a 3-story building, okay? Hallways, fluorescent lights, old, unmaintained, everything's kind of yellowish, and all the rooms filled with theater equipment, records from the radio station, presumably. I don't know why else they'd be in there. Just a floor that was completely covered in powdered glass because someone broke one of the windows, presumably in a drunken frenzy, because that's what college people do, I guess. You know, because it's fun. It's really fun to break shit. And it was not particularly well cleaned up, so everything down there was like just, you know, abandoned door, just a door here, and then a couch here, and then a bunch of shoes and fake flowers here just on shelves, and spider webs. Yep. And in an adjacent room was where all the glassware and hats were kept, and there was just, again, fluorescent lighting, everything's yellow, everything's dusty. Nothing's maintained. That's what that house used to look like. Not anymore. They have people living in it, and God bless them because they're going to die. Miscellaneous stuff on the way there. Abandoned playground. A swimming pool with plants growing in it. A lot less weird when it looks like they were actually supposed to be growing plants in there, but it's still pretty weird. Cool. Here's more weird stuff on the way to the theater. This is under the student center. This is where the bathrooms are. So if you're new here and you come down to go to the bathroom, congrats women, you're right here. Isn't that just great? And the men, they don't have to go quite as far to get to their terrifying bathroom, but there's always a pond here on the floor. Just a pond You can tell by all the rust right there. And it kind of stands sentry to prevent you from actually being able to take a piss without getting at least a little bit freaked out, because that's our job here, is to scare you. It's to scare the piss out of you, I guess. Right? It's only fair to do so.